Hey there, it's Kim, the realtor, and LO, aka Key, with another real tea key. I wanted to come on and share with you about DTI. A lot of people get scared when they hear the word debt to income ratio being too high. And oftentimes people think that that just counts them out. But I promise you, it does not count you out. It just means we need to address some things to see if we can get it reduced. Now, what does that mean? There are a number of options. And how does this play in the role of you buying a home? Well, a lot of people think that, man, if my credit score is above 580, if it's in the 620s, and if it's above that, I should be able to purchase a home. But that's just one of the gateways. Another gateway is your debt to income ratio, which actually tells you how much home you can qualify for. And so, what does that mean? It takes your debt, your current debt, what is listed on your credit report, as well as your income, and it measures that. It actually divides it. So your debt divided by your monthly income, and that's your monthly debt, not your overall debt, but your monthly, what you are making monthly payments to. All right. And so when you look at this and you're trying to add another debt onto it, which it would be a house, how would those monthly payments measure with your debt? For FHA lending, they want that ratio to be at or under 50%. For conventional, you need it to be way down to like 43%, 43 to 45% to actually get an automated approval. All right. And so if you got a lot of debt on your credit report, sometimes we got to look at ways of reducing that debt. How do you do that? Maybe you have some old things reporting on your credit report that's been paid off and has not been updated yet. Okay, so that'll reduce that monthly payment. Maybe there's something that's on your monthly payment or on your credit report that says, hey, you owe us a balance of $1,500, and they're not showing a actual monthly payment. They're just showing the full amount. So that is initially impacting your credit. And so then we got to have a discussion about it. Okay, how do I reduce this debt to income ratio? How do I reduce this payment? Can you call them and settle for half of the amount, and they give you a zero balance? That will take a whole $1,500 off of your debt to income ratio. Again, this is a monthly amount that is looked at to see if you can actually afford the weight of a house. And so it's not working against you, it's working for your good. If we're really top heavy on debt, then adding a house onto it and maybe the amount that you want may not be the best interest for you. So we may have to start a little lower with a starter home. It's okay. The thing about it is, a lot of times people think, I'm going to buy this house and I'm going to stay in it forever. No, you don't have to stay in your first house forever. This can be your starter home, your leap home, right? You can stay there for a year and then sell it. Okay, you can sell it and use the proceeds from that sale to buy your next upgraded house. Come on, we upgrade our phones, we can upgrade a house. Yes, we can. Or you can keep that as investment property and get someone to rent that property. Now you got additional income so that you can afford more. Okay. And hopefully that rental amount of what's agreed upon for the rent will not only cover that mortgage, the insurances, it will also cover like a home warranty policy. It'll also give you some little a cushion in your bank account for you. Right. And so we want to think about ways in which we can obtain the house that we want, which, ownership is wealth. You get wealth in the land, and then you can start growing from there. So I don't want you to get stuck in a mindset, oh man, my DTI is too high and I'll never be a. No, we need to evaluate it first, and let's evaluate it by your monthly income, which is why it's important for you to give us your pay stubs. It's important for us to review your credit report. Listen, I'm telling you, if you give us what's necessary, even when it comes down to your assets, say you got a 401k, a 403b, and you can pull down money from that to buy a home and it's not a penalty against you, you can do that. All right. If you add on or pay a higher down payment on it, maybe 5, maybe 7, maybe 10%, maybe even 20% if you have that type of fund. If you do, then go on and pay that down payment and you'll be able to get the house that you so desire. So there are a number of ways of working around, and even with those monies, sometimes you can pay down your debt. Now, don't ever go out and get a loan to pay off your debt. When you're in the process of buying a house and you pay off debt, they're going to want to know, where did this money come from for you to be able to pay down the debt. They want to ensure that you're not going to get loans on top of loans just so you can acquire the property. And so we want to make sure that you're able to properly position yourself to prosper as you're buying a home. And so I don't want you to ever give up, but your debt to income ratio is key, and keeping that down, maybe you need to eliminate some debt. It's not necessarily hard to do. If you have the finances to do it, we can review that and look at that with you and for you. Maybe you can settle for less than what's owed. Sometimes you can. So I don't want you to get stuck in, man, this is not going to work for me. I'll never get out. No, no, no. Let's face it. Let's deal with it. Let's work with it. Let's review our credit report to see if there's something on there that's being reported erroneously. If that's the case, let's get that fixed. We can get that fixed pretty quickly. If you can take care of a bill and knock out something that's weighing on you $167 on your credit report as a monthly payment, and that's the balance of it, pay that $167. Don't go out to dinner for a couple of weeks. Just a couple of weeks on payroll. Don't go out to dinner and pay that bill off. And guess what? That reduces your debt to income ratio. So let's review it. Let's talk about it. And I'm sure I'll be able to assist you with your real estate needs. So this is the Real Tea regarding DTI. I hope this was helpful to you. Listen, drop your comments in there. If you need to get in touch with me, here is my contact information, my website, as well as my phone number. Remember, I'm a real estate agent or realtor, as well as a loan officer. So I can help you with the full scale of real estate buying. If you're buying a home, if you're buying a multifamily unit, if you're buying a commercial property, I can help you with that too on both sides, real estate as well as lending. So reach out to me today. I'm more than willing and able to assist you. And I hope this has been helpful to you regarding your debt to income ratio. Listen, fight it. You're bigger than it. You're bigger than that. And you can triumph over it. Look forward to working with you and hearing from you real soon. Thanks for joining. Like, share, and subscribe. I'll be back another day with some more Real Tea with Key. Have a great evening.